What's going on? Today we got our John Deere zero turn in the garage here. Going to be servicing the deck, show you guys how to take the deck off one of these. Pretty simple process. We're showing you guys some things to check when you're servicing it and getting it ready to mow. So one thing you can do for cleaning this, they got underneath the floor mat 2 bolts here that hold this little cover on. It gives you access to that pulley to be able to grease it and really blow it out and get all the grass and stuff that builds up on top of there. But alright, so your first step here is going to be taking the belt off. Just kind of turn that clutch down there and you can rotate them off pretty easy. Not a whole lot of tension on these. So for step number 2, you're going to pull out this pin that locks into place what you set your deck to. This one's got the foot pedal on it, some of them don't. But anyways, you're going to put your deck all the way on the ground. So loosen up that pin there and that pin over there. He's got some kind of strange little clips on him here. You got to kind of bend them over and then pull up on it. Same as this top design clip. Yeah, just like that. Then these back ones are going to have the same style clip on it right behind here.
On the back pin, it's a good idea to get your hand under the deck to take the pressure off that pin.
And just like that, all 4 pins are out.
Pretty rusty.
Yeah, it looks like you can see some fair amount of rust on there and corrosion. With all 4 of them out, what I like to do, this one's hopped up in the air pretty good. Sometimes you gotta raise the brackets up, but there, and just like that, the deck is out from underneath of her. So we're gonna propped up here on the bench and start taking the blades off. And as you guys can see, these blades are absolutely shot. They're worn down pretty good, all nicked up. Most of the time you can sharpen them a couple times a year, you know. They'll last quite a while, but these are beyond repair. Here's for reference what the new ones look like. You can see that's quite a bit that's all worn off there. Definitely shot. So we're going to put the new blades on. Whenever you're putting the new blades on, you want to have the cutting side down. Just like that.
Important to get them on that shoulder there. So they set on there really nice. Now you start your bolt by hand.
Another thing that's a pretty good idea when you got the deck flipped up like this is to spin the old blade, just make sure the bearings are all right, and all 3 of these bearings seem okay, so we're just going to end up greasing them, and we'll check the belts and pulleys on her now. every time we're servicing. Just get the leaves and grass out of there. So here's the routing in this belt. This is a 54-inch deck. So we're gonna check the bearing on some of these idler pulleys now. Just pull the belt off, you know, and give them a good spinning. And that one's making a little bit of noise, so she's on her way out. We'll probably end up replacing that pulley. That one ain't making as much noise. One thing that's really important to do is when you're going to grease these zerks, or any zerk that is you want to wipe the top of it off, just so it doesn't shove all that dirt down in there and into the bearing. We're going to go ahead and grease all these. So on these zero turns, the piece that lifts up and down on the deck, you can see this one has quite a bit of wear. We got a replacement one here for that. Alright, so it looks like this belt's okay on this one to run for a while. But you really just want to check for a lot of cracks, and you'll really be able to see wear in these belts when they're about shot. Alright, so what you're going to do, slide her back under there, line the pins up, just like the way we took them out, and you're good to go. So that's about all you want to do on this deck, service it up, and should be ready to cut.